walk up the aisle to the music.
Oh.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do the music.
Well, sing it. How does it go?
Oh, it was going to be dead appropriate and all. Oh, come on, because it's my first joke. Quite ironically, you know, now that I'm not an American girl and I'm a local, but Lynn was an American girl. And the reason I chose that track that I was supposed to walk up the aisle to, it's one of my favourites at the moment. I was going to play for you a track by Hooded Fang called Clap. However, I didn't know if you'd think it was in order or a disorder, so I didn't bother with that one. Now, I know a lot of you are in with friends and people are in with partners apparently. Yeah? My partner doesn't go anywhere with me. One of my friends says perhaps he needs to stay at home with a pipe and slippers. I said he needs to stay at home with a pipe, alright, a fucking crack pipe. Except he's that clean, he'd probably only let me put Ariel in it. I come home from work the other night and there was this brown powder on the surface and I went, what's this? And he went, have I forgot to hide my consignment? I went, consignment of what? Nutmeg. But it does mean, because he's not here, I can talk about anything. So I thought I'd start with my fanny. Not so long ago, I had to have a coil fitted, or as I prefer to call it, a corkscrew. And the thing is, when you go to doctors like that, they always talk to you, but they always talk to you minge. And at times like that, I wish I had just two things. One, the skills of them Thai women who can pop out the ping pong balls. And secondly, the skills of a ventriloquist. So that when she starts talking to me funny, I can go, can't talk now, love, I've got my mouth full. And then when she comes at me with the speculum, going, oh, I'm a bit sorry, this might hurt, I can go, don't worry, love, I've had bigger. But I never say that because I haven't. I can't lie to a professional. And you go to the doctors and you go with like an ingrowing eyelash and you have to have an internal just to be on the safe side, don't you? No? Just my doctor then? Okay, note to self. Anyway, the thing about having a coil is it made me feel quite old. And I went to a school reunion. Has anyone been to a school reunion? Oh, they are surreal because it doesn't matter how many years have elapsed, everyone looks the same. So much so that when the last orders bell went, I thought we were all going to troop off to biology. And this lad came up to me in the whole 5 years at high school. I'd never ever spoken to this lad. But he comes up to me and he went, you were my pin-up at school. I went, oh, all right. And he went, guess how many wanks I'd ordered you. Now, before I could say anything, he went, 150. Did he have some sort of tally chart? And how many years was this over? Because if it was the full 5 years at school, 150 isn't that many. I think it works out to less than 1 week. But if it was over a shorter period of time, Jesus, that's pretty impressive. But then I thought, God, can you imagine his mum's like that? Gary, your tea's ready, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm doing my biology homework, Mum, and my maths. And he's like that, banging them out and putting it up on his tally chart, thinking, I'm telling her this in 25 years' time, she will be impressed. Anyway, not knowing what to say to this revelation, I dashed off to the bar, but he followed me. And he went, I've never got over you. I went, all right. And he went, so I was wondering if you'd come outside and give us a blowjob. I know, outside on a cold night. I said, what's wrong with the disabled toilet down the corridor? I didn't. I've won that bit before. Anyway, I told you we could talk about anything, but thinking about him put him in mind of my son, who's 11. And we recently went to buy some bedding, and he chose his own bedding, and he chose black sheets. And I've got a little wager with myself as to how long it's going to be before he starts doing his own washing. And you know, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Because I feel so awful about talking about my boy like that. I'll comment to my daughter later, I'm not that embarrassed. What was I going to say? This has never happened to me before. Anywho, what was it? Do you mind if I just refer to my notes? I am sorry. This is very unprofessional. I may only have 5 minutes sleep. Oh yes, I know what it was. Pretend that bit didn't happen. Women do talk about anything, as you've gathered from being here tonight, and wherever I've worked, there's one subject that women always come back to, and that is hair removal. Women talk about depilation, epilation, shaving, waxing, the works. And all those conversations, I never really joined in. They would be talking about bikini waxes and hairy nipples. I never joined in because I wasn't particularly hirsute, or in other words, I was smug. And, but what I didn't know was that karma really exists, because what my body was doing was saving all its energy, so that once I got to 40, I could start to grow whiskers. I don't mean cat whiskers, that would be ridiculous. And what happened one day, I was like this, and I thought, what the fuck's that? Fucking hell. So I got my tweezers. Well, these are not like normal hairs, oh no, they are long and they are strong. And as you start pulling, it's like you're a magician with them handkerchiefs. Ow. It's like unravelling dental floss. And as you get to the end of one, another comes up and another comes up. And that's why you see a lot of older women looking pensive like this. We're not looking pensive, we're just feeling whiskers. And the only thing I'd ever really done was pluck my eyebrows, because I was a teenager in the 80s and it was very fashionable to have very thin eyebrows. Now it's de rigueur to have a thick scouse brow, isn't it? Thick there referring to the brow, not the scouse. Have you got thick brows, darling? Or are you just... Anyway, I'm sorry. Did you get a visa to come across here? Anyway, so, a couple of times I've had my brows threaded, and that's been alright. And anyway, Glossop in Market, they opened a threading stall. Yeah, we've been dragged into the 21st century. We've got a Next, we've got an M&S Food, and for me, the creme de la creme are cotton traders. I can't stay out of it. And anyway, so John Lewis, £17 to have my eyebrows threaded. Here, £5. I thought, you know, no competition, that's where I'm going. So off I went. She was doing my eyebrows, it was all going well. And suddenly, she said, I can do your whole face for you if you want. I said, I'm sorry. She went, well, you are excessively hairy. At this point, I was crying with laughter because, one, it was the most insulting thing I've ever had said to me. But secondly, what a sales technique. Because I'm not going to go, no, you're all right, but I'll walk out of there looking and feeling like Chewbacca. So she does it, and she shows me the mirror. And I did that thing that you do in the hairdressers when you go, all right. I thought, I don't know what any fucking different. I paid her for doing nothing and for insulting me. But I rationalised it. I thought, you know what? At least I'm not going to have to mess with my beard for a month. And I got up the next morning to look at my baby soft face, and there was a fucking whisker here, so I won't be going on that done again. In those places, there's always those magazines in there like Chat and Take a Break, and I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. When I see someone holding one on one of those magazines, I want to just burn them. Not the person, the magazine. But I'm ashamed to say, I picked one up and I read one. My morbid curiosity got the better of me because on the front it said, I'm 52 stone and I have sex 6 times a day. And I thought, this I have to read. I made sure no one could see me. Flicked through. Pretty much did what it said on the tin. This woman's 52 stone, and her husband left her. Then he came back, which was a bigger to me. And she said, and I quote, I can't wear sexy lingerie, but I do drape a nice sheet over me. And I thought, hold on a minute. She thinks she's having sex. He thinks that while he's been away, she's bought a new settee, and it's a nice comfy place to have a walk 6 times a day. In fact, it's probably the lad I went to school with, isn't it? Anyway, in the interest of balance, I said I'd talk about my daughter. My daughter is 8. She's a mini-me completely, poor cow. She looks like me, she talks like me, she's just me. Same glasses and everything. For the people who know, they can vouch for this. And she, last year in year 2, which was infants, bearing in mind, they were doing some sex education. I know when half the class will have lost their virginity already. And anyway, they were doing about body parts, and the teacher said, does anyone know what a lady's private parts are really called? Only my daughter put her hand up, Miss Vagina. Well done. And does anyone know what a boy's willy is really called? And again, my daughter put her hand up, and she said, what is it? My daughter wouldn't say it out loud, and she went up to the teacher and whispered, penis. Yes, very good, very good. And the teacher called me in at the end of the day to recount this tale to me. So that night we were having tea, and I said, why did you say vagina out loud, but you wouldn't say penis? And she went, Mum, there are 28 people in my class. I couldn't let them know that I'd had that word in my mouth. And me. How can she be like me when I don't seem to have anything but that word in my mouth? Which puts me in mind of something. Bought some cat food recently. There is a link, don't worry, however terms. And it said on it, taste tested by experts. And I thought surely the only expert to taste cat food would be a cat. So I googled it, and apparently not. There are humans who eat cat food to be tasted. And they talk about it in MasterChef terms, like hints of liver and blah, blah, blah. And Greg Wallace this. And anyway, there was an interview with a guy who taste tested cat food. And they said to him, don't you put weight on eating this food? And he was outraged. And he said, I don't swallow, I spit. And I thought, now there's a man after my own heart. Just before I go, and someone before was talking about recycling, I don't know if any of you know this, in Glossop we do things differently here. We do like to recycle. There are websites called FreeCycle, but Glossop does Freegal. Does anyone go on Freegal? Yeah. If you don't, I implore you to, because it's amazing. You can give things away, and people ask for things. And what I did was just print a few off just before I go. The awkward thing about this is that I could be taking the piss out of one of you lot, because any one of you could have written this. And if it's you, I'm sorry. No, I'm not really sorry. Offer 1 lump hammer, old and rusty, but otherwise fine. I could get given away on the site for it. Offer dog crate stroke hamster cage. Is that a Offer lady's bike in good working order, but in need of a little servicing. 2 flat tyres and a lot of rusty screws. This one made me laugh. I have 3 old televisions, a small bush and a medium-sized bush. They're all still in working condition. Sorry, I'm off into the top now, that's very unprofessional. Hold on a minute. I have a 12-inch metal indoor doorstop to give in the image of a duck, nicely painted, good condition, not heavy duty though. The last line that put me off, I would have gone for it anyway. This is probably a long shot, but I wondered if anyone had an air purifier they no longer needed. Our whippet has recently been diagnosed with allergic rhinitis, and we think an air purifier would be beneficial for him, thank you. Just a couple more. 20 tubes of number 3 Claro Nice and Easy Colour Seal Conditioner. 57ml size from boxes of hair colour. Never used and filling up my bathroom shelf. You can see a photo of this at https. I know what fucking conditioner looks like. I'm not going to look at it and go, well, that look different from that. My last 2. This is a China Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit cheese dish. It's shaped like a greenhouse with the characters around the outside. Barely used, still in original box. This is a Simpsons lap tray with a beanbag underneath to stop it from slipping. Perfect for those TV dinners. It has a picture of the Simpsons family on it. You know what really worries me? That your laughter's gone really quiet, so someone who's written these is really out there. Hello everyone, does anyone please have any bikes that are no longer wanted? Adult size preferably, but all sizes considered. I just wanted to give those to fucking little toddler bikes and just see them riding round, going up the Longdendale Trail on those bikes. I'm really sorry I forgot some of the material and that Adam fucked up on the music. You've been a great audience.